Well, thank you, everyone. It's a little late today, but that's okay. Avery and Charles aren't going to be here today, and Sandy isn't going to be here because she's still ill. She still has the bronchitis. She does a couple of Zoom sessions once a week, but she's canceled those until April. So apparently she's not feeling well. So we'll wish healing for her so that she'll come back. So I figured probably, let's see, when's the next service? Turn this page over. I know it's April 7th. So she should be with us April 7th.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, thank you everyone for coming. This is Living in Light Church, and I am Reverend Robert Ingold. I'm going to be leading the service today. If you have cell phones, you might want to put them on silent so that they don't disturb us. Hi, Eric. Let's see, silence cell phones. Of course, we have coffee in the back. I've heated up the water. We have cups. We're laying out cups. I made sure we had plenty of cups. And of course, then that's when we have a lighter turnout. So that's the way it works out. And we have the 2 bathrooms that are out to the side in the other building. We also have books in the back. Every 2 weeks when we come here, I bring a new selection of books. So we got a new one there. And there's a list of all the books that we have. And we have like over 150 books now for our library. Yeah. Lynn was supposed to be here today, but oh well. She gives me books and I was going to give her some back. And of course we have the healing book in the back, which I'm sure you're all aware of. So if you know of someone that can't come to church that needs a healing, be sure to put their name in the list. And today's billets. Today we're doing billets, and that's where you write down a question, fold it up a couple times so nobody can see it, and then put your own unique mark on there so that you know that it's being read for you when they start being read. Okay. Oh, and also March 31st is coming up, and that's when Spiritualism was born. It was like back in, 1848. That's when the first communication through rapping occurred, and that's what started this whole thing. That's the reason why this church is here today. Also, today is St. Patrick's Day. And Lynn called me a couple days ago to remind me that it is St. Patrick's Day, that I had to wear green, otherwise I was going to get pinched. So I made sure to wear green. And also, oh, that's right, we have to pinch you. We have to pinch you later on, okay. Just remind me, okay. And in honor of that holiday, Tim will be singing a couple Irish tunes for us. So one before and one after the meditation. Okay. And we will commence with having everybody stand to sing out of the hymnals In the Garden on page 155. Oh, I don't have my book over here. Excuse me a moment. I just got the last book. So 155. In the Garden. And there it is. I come to the garden alone, while the dew is still on the roses, and the voice I hear falling on my ear, the Son of God discloses. And he walks with me, and he talks with me, and he tells me I am his own. And the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known. He speaks and the sound of his voice is so sweet, the birds hush their singing, and the melody that he gave to me within my heart
with me, and he tells me I am his own. And the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known. I'd stay in the garden with him, though the night around me be falling. But he bids me go through the voice of woe. His voice to me is calling. And he walks with me and he talks with me. And he tells me I am his own. And the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known.
And now for the invocation. Spirit of the Infinite, thank you for your unconditional love in this hour and the hours thereafter. We take this time to come together to share our joy of fellowship and each other with you. We are raising our spirits ever higher so that we may take our gifts to others. Let us help make the world as you intended, with love and kindness. May we make good choices, and let our hearts be glad for the sharing of your knowledge. Let us all be blessed. Amen. You may now be seated. Thank you. And we will continue on with the reading of the principles on the inside cover of the hymnal books. And so we'll recite this together, starting with number 1. We believe in infinite intelligence. We believe that the phenomena of nature, both physical and spiritual, are the expression of infinite intelligence. We affirm that a correct understanding of such expression and living in accordance therewith constitute true religion. We affirm that the existence and personal identity of the individual continue after the change called death. We affirm that communication with the so-called dead is a fact scientifically proven by the phenomena of spiritualism. We believe that the highest morality is contained in the golden rule, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. We affirm the moral responsibility of individuals and that we make our own happiness or unhappiness as we obey or disobey nature's physical and spiritual laws. We affirm that the doorway to reformation is never closed against any soul here or hereafter. We affirm that the precepts of prophecy and healing are divine attributes proven through mediumship. We will now commence with the spiritual healing service. And since I'm the only one here today, I will be leading that. We normally would be doing a healing, but because I'm the only one, I guess we won't be doing healings or hands-on healing. But we still do the meditation together. And again, we have the healing book in the back, which I see someone filling out right now. As part of the healing service, we'll be singing the hymn, a healing hymn, and reciting the healing prayer. So you can remain seated for this as we move on to the healing hymn, which is on page 109 of your books, your hymnal books. Page 109.
He healeth me, O blessed thought, O words with heavenly comfort fraught. Whate'er I do, where'er I be, still 'tis God's love that healeth me. Lord, I would feel thy life in soul with love divine, to bind me closer still to thee, since 'tis thy love that healeth me.
And also in the hymnal books on the first page, or maybe it's in the back, depending on the book you're holding, is the healing prayer that we will recite together. I ask the great unseen healing force to remove all obstructions from my mind and body, and to restore me to perfect health. I ask this in all sincerity and honesty, and I will do my part. I ask this great unseen healing force to help both present and absent ones who are in need of help, and to restore them to perfect health. I put my trust in the love and power of God. I would normally ask the healers to attend to their chairs, but today we'll just be doing the meditation. Oh, that's right, I forgot. We were supposed to have a song first. I'm sorry, Tim.
Up to you.
Okay.
Just gonna
We'll do the
music
song.
for the meditation.
Yeah. No, we promised 2 songs,
Oh,
so we'd like to do the Irish song, the first one. So sorry about that.
no problem. All right, let's just have some fun here. This is about, it was time for a healing in his life. I've been a wild rover for many a year, and I've spent all my money on whiskey and beer. But now I'm returning with gold in great store, and I never will play the wild rover no more. And it's no, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. That's easy. Everyone has to join in the next time around. I went to an alehouse I used to frequent, and I told the landlady my money was spent. I asked for a bottle, she answered me, nay, such a custom as yours I can get any day. And it's no, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. Then out of my pockets I took souvenirs bright, and the landlady's eyes opened wide with delight. She said, I have whiskeys and wines of the best, and the words that I said sure were only in jest. And it's no, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. I'll go back to me parents, confess what I've done, and ask them to pardon their prodigal son. And if they caress me like oft times before, then I never will play the wild rover no more. And it's no, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more round. And it's no, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more.
Thank you for that. Now we will do the meditation. So I would ask you to close your eyes after feeling good from that previous song. And take a nice deep breath. And let the spirit healers come forth as we ask them to heal us today. Take another nice, deep, and relaxing breath. This allows your body to relax. This is a time to rejuvenate, to heal, to let any tension release from your body. Take another deep breath, allowing your body to relax even further. In your mind's eye, I would ask you to envision a pyramid. This pyramid is made of crystal, and while pyramids point up, have this one point directly towards you. Think of it pointing right to the middle of your forehead. That is infusing you with light and love. Give yourself a conviction of being adept at whatever you wish and giving you the energy to do it. The pyramid emits a golden light into your forehead. Allow that light to enter your body and to fill it up with a bright, glowing, golden light. Bring that golden light down your arms and into your hands. With the light flows a gift that turns your hands green, which gives you the right of laying on of hands and brings about healing and health. Forgive yourself for any of the things that you think you should have done, did do, or did not do. All you need within you is the God within and the God without. Think of yourself now as a golden light in a dark wilderness. A golden light that gives total and complete sanction and love to so many weary travelers. So many people that have taken up the lance of dislike and fallen on it. Be there for each other and for anyone who needs you. You will not be drained. Whether it is in your work, in your business, in your everyday life, try to share some of this light with others. Share the essence of that golden light with every single person. In the supermarket, wherever you go, let it shine. Let the love, the sanction, the tolerance, the forgiveness shine out of you with complete forgiveness and grace. Send it out to those in need today. Let that light shine into every corner of your life. All of our lights become infused together, and our lights spotlight the heavens like a starry night sky. The infinite intelligence sees what we do. It sees that we are becoming. This is our way to show it. Think of warm water now coming through the very top of your head. Feel it rinsing. Feel how warm it is. Feel it cleansing, even inside, getting rid of all the toxicity, all the darkness. Rinse it through. Rinse it all the way down your body. Stand there in this warm, wonderful, life-giving force, warm and comforting, rinsing over your entire body, baptizing, comforting. Feel every part of your body knit and heal. Keep that golden light with you throughout all of your week. And allow yourself to share it with others. Let them see your light. Now, start to bring yourself up with the energy of your spirit, becoming completely aware of this room and opening your eyes to be in the present. Thank you. I will now get the healing list. This is a long list. It's never been this long before. But when I call out these names, I would ask that you think of the healing energies that they are receiving at this moment. So for all these names that I've called out, we ask that they receive healing, remote healing, and have their spirit guides attend to them to help ease the discomfort of their lives. Oh, that's right. So I'd like to thank you for the energy that you're sharing with others. This now concludes the healing portion of our service. And thank you to our healers. And I would like to announce our speaker for today, which is Reverend Robert Ingold. But I hear this guy's pretty good. Yeah. Tim, would you like to do the second Irish song?
Sure.
Okay. Because Lynn said you were going to do two.
Well, if Lynn said.
Yeah, I don't want to get anybody in trouble. That's okay. It's good. Thank you.
Don't realize how much Avery does around here till he's.
Yeah.
This is actually well, primarily a Scottish song, but
Oh,
appropriate for the occasion.
Okay.
Nonetheless.
I'm part Scottish.
Oh, summertime is coming, and the trees are sweetly blooming, and the wild mountain thyme grows around the purple heather. Will you go, lassie, go? I will build my love a bower by yon crystal flowing fountain, and on it I will pile all the flowers of the mountain. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pluck wild mountain thyme all around the purple heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And if my true love will not go, I will surely find another where the wild mountain thyme grows around the purple heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pluck wild mountain thyme all around the purple heather. Will you go, lassie, go? and the summer sun has seen. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pluck wild mountain thyme all around the purple heather. Will you go, lassie, go? Lassie, will you go?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. Again, we need a cameraman. So now I would like to do the sermon. I have my talk ready here. I wanted to address Easter, because Easter's going to be happening on March 31st, and we won't be having services then, so it'll be past. So I thought I'd bring it up now. So Easter is being observed on March 31st this year. Now we all know what Easter is about. It's the story, camera's moving. It's the story of Jesus and his resurrection. When I was studying the Morris Pratt course, I'd run across a term I'd never heard before. It's called vicarious atonement. And that's where Jesus died for our sins. Now, at the Spiritualist Church, we don't believe that, because it says in one of our declarations, we are responsible for ourselves. So it would be like if I were to shoot Tim and then we go ahead and hang him. I mean, if I was going to shoot Eric and then we go hang Tim, and it's like, hey, he's doing it for me. He goes, oh, that's so nice of you, Tim. Thank you. But what if I learn from that? I learn I can get away with it. So we have to be responsible for ourselves. So that's the reason why we don't believe in this vicarious atonement. But as a child, I was introduced to Easter with the bunny, the Easter bunny, and the colored eggs, and it was like, oh, you know, it's all this nice color. And then when I got a little older, I was introduced to the Christian version of Easter, which left me a little confused. If Easter is about Jesus, where does the Easter bunny fit into all this? They don't. It's like we have this, and they don't mingle together. They're just two different things. Since Easter comes from biblical times, the Easter bunny had to come later, but I was wrong. Earlier. We have been celebrating Easter for thousands of years, which means Christianity adopted it. In Germany, pagans held the spring equinox festivals in honor of the goddess Eostra. Her name gradually morphed into Easter. Legend tells that Eostra was entertaining children and turned a bird into a rabbit. This rabbit could still lay eggs. The story evolved to the rabbit laying eggs and hiding them for children to find. They practice that we follow to this day. The 18th century Germans brought the custom with them to the New World, and that's why we have it here. That's why we practice it. And the first chocolate maker, Cadbury, started making chocolate eggs in the 19th century. And from there, it just went crazy. I remember years ago when Cadbury came out with their eggs with like a yolk inside, and I was thinking, oh wow, that was a real neat treat. And so I had one. It was so sweet and sickening, I've never ever had one since. They went too far. It is well known that rabbits can reproduce very rapidly, and in the Middle Ages it was thought they could impregnate themselves. And that's why there is an association with rabbits and the Virgin Mary. The Christian Easter came about when the Pope in 595 AD wanted to convert pagans to the Christian religion. And in order to appease them, he embraced their Easter practice. But his motive was to convert them to Christianity. And over a long period of time, it worked. So the next time you get into an argument with a family member over which came first, Jesus or the Easter bunny, now you know. Thank you. And now I will get into my regular talk, which is Life Beyond the Veil. So somebody gave me this gift, which is now going to be part of our library, Life Beyond the Veil. I was given the book by some friends, And it's about spirit messages that Reverend G. Vale Owens wrote down in automatic writing. He was a clergyman of the Church of England. He was introduced to automatic writing when his wife learned that she had the ability, the gift, and he ended up getting the gift as well from practicing. The book is a collection of the written message work from the 1911s that followed in order, with the conversation continuing every couple days. The first messages were from his late mother, and at first the sentences were confusing, but in time they became clearer and clearer. His mother wanted him to know that she was well and progressing nicely on the other side. He wanted to know more. Everyone has a different occupation based on their needs of the ministry work that they do. Spirits from the higher spheres come down to the lower spheres to help, and on it goes down lower and lower until they reach the earthly spheres to help us. And I noticed, instead of saying levels, that they were saying spheres. There are many levels of spheres on the other side. Owens asked, "What is it like over there?" And the answer was familiar to me. It is like Earth, but perfect. There are rivers and forests, but it is difficult to describe more because it is of another dimension. At the time, Owen's mother said they were working to prepare for an arrival of other spirits who still had some battling to do on Earth. After several months' worth of these writings, his mother introduced a new spirit and said that she would be backing out to let him continue with these conversations. Owens requested to get a clear message, but the spirits he now dealt with lived on Earth a very long time ago, and their language was harder for him to understand. To fix this, they conveyed their messages to another spirit who had more recently departed, and so was more familiar with the current language of the times, and was reinterpreting them before they were pressed upon Owens. So I was thinking, can you imagine that somebody's going to say, they're trying to describe something, and then somebody else receives it, and then they send the message on to somebody else. But it happens so quickly. It's like we think that here on Earth it takes so much time, but over there it's just so quick. Then they were to describe the spheres they lived in, and as they graduated to the next higher sphere, everything looked brighter and more beautiful than the one they had just left. They're free to visit the lower spheres, which now have become duller, which can take some getting used to. Visiting the earth plane for a highly developed spirit was rather difficult to adjust to. There was another discussion about the spheres in an attempt to get Owens to understand. As a spirit leaves one sphere for another, that sphere now has influence over the lower sphere. Spirits in higher spheres have their influence on all the spheres below them. It is like each level moves on to a larger sphere that encompasses the smaller ones. These spheres are physically larger and larger until they encompass planets, and still get larger and larger to encompass stars. At these levels, spirits have influence over a lot of space. In other communications, spirits move about like we do, walking from one place to another. They can look to the horizon, but not see further until they have become sufficiently developed, advanced, and approach graduating to the next level. Then they can see the land, the next land, and be able to go there. When Owens asked of the names of spirits, they were reluctant because a name means so much more over here than it does here. But the communicating spirit did give his own name as Zabdiel. We all become around 30, the age of 30 on the other side. However, there was a description of children going to school on the other side. Zabdiel explained that these were children who were stillborn on earth. They never became incarnated and so lost the chance to experience an earth life. They would make up for this in a special school for children. It served as a substitute for an earthly life. Advanced spirits travel a lot to other spheres to help those in need. In one account, Zabdiel, the communicating spirit, was called upon to a lower level. The problem was 6 women had formed a pact that they would stay together forever. However, some were sufficiently advanced enough that they could proceed to the next level, but they would not leave their companions. Zabdiel had them bring the children before him, and he interviewed them individually and asking what they had learned from these women. Satisfied with their answers, he announced all these women were sufficiently advanced enough to graduate to the next level. I should point out here that psychic Sylvia Brown says there are 7 levels in heaven, but she was quick to point out that there are sub-levels to each level. And Zabdiel, the main spirit of these communications, said he was in the 10th sphere. In another account, a large number of people were completing their assignments on their current sphere and were graduating to the next sphere. There was a lot of ritual on the other side that I was reading throughout the book, and these people embarked on a boat to take them to the shores of this new sphere, this new level. Their leader preceded them to the land and greeted the leaders of that land, announcing the arrival of these people. When the boat beached, all the people left the boat to come ashore. The teacher noted that they had left behind a religious icon on the boat, and he told them, "You are free to bring this item ashore, or you can send it back to the people of the lower sphere that you have just left." They held a brief meeting and then stated that they would return it to the lower sphere. The teacher was very pleased, for they had outgrown their religion and no longer needed to practice its rituals. I found the last chapter of the book to be interesting because it is the last chapter, and you'll see why. Zabdiel had described a gathering with all the other spirits of the 10th sphere. There was going to be an address from a higher sphere. A higher spirit appeared before them and stated that some of them were now advanced enough to go to the 11th sphere. They would be chosen momentarily. Then Jesus appeared. He had a cup, and light came out of the cup into the ground. The light traveled through the ground, and some spirits were lit up by the same light. These were the chosen ones, and they would be invited to go with Jesus to the next level. Then Zabdiel, who had been giving this message, said that he was one of the chosen, and that was the last message of the book. And I would like to quote a paragraph from the book on page 200 to give you an idea how the writing goes. "Let me describe you a scene in one of these spheres or regions, as I will say, to make it more natural seeming to you. A scene and an incident by way of showing you what kind of manner of life you will take your part in one day soon. For when you step over into the sunlight and think backwards of your earth life, it will surely stand out very vivid and plain, and the reason of things you now discern, but in part will be seen to be both orderly and wise. Nonetheless, how short a day will your present life then seem to you, when around you unfolds ever one infinitude after another, and eternity begins to be your life, which now you reckon day by day." So in other words, the infinity expands to the point where our earthly life is pretty small, pretty limiting. And we're aware of that. We're aware of the lessons that we've learned from that. So that is the conclusion of my talk. Thank you for that. And now it's time for the love offering. So, and I have my basket here. I would give the basket to Charles, but he's not here. Infinite Spirit, thank you for allowing us to gather and share your spiritual knowledge today. With this collection, we'll be able to continue with our spiritual growth. We'll continue to share your gifts bestowed upon us with others. Let this offering be a sign of our dedication to your church. Let it help us to carry on the message of spiritualism. Let your light continue to reach out to us. Amen. Thank you. So again, these collections help keep the church going. And now it's time for announcements. Sandy was going to be talking about the seances. We're going to attempt to have some seances and schedule it. And also she wanted to start up the mediumship circle. But she's been ill, so she hasn't been here. She's had a couple Zoom classes online that she had to cancel until April because her recovery is kind of going slow. I also wanted to announce to you that this is kind of a secret project. I didn't want to bring it up until it was actually happening. We are going to be hosting a psychic fair, this church, and it's going to be on June 8th, and we're renting the auditorium over there. And I'm going to be inviting a lot of different people, a lot of different churches in the Bay Area, including the UCM churches, and some vendors. So there's some people that sell jewelry or books, or I know one person, she says she has a lot of inventory of positive affirmations and pictures and signs and things like that. She has so much, and now there's an opportunity for her to sell it here. So this will be June 8th. And we'll have a flyer. It's going to be free entry for the public, but the people that are going to be there, we're going to be charging like $75 for a table or a station. So that's happening. It's happening. I've already put down half the amount for renting that place over there. We're also going to have a section for healing chairs so that people can get healings when they come in. I wanted to have a sign to put up there, but we're not allowed to advertise until the day of the event. So I'm going to have flyers, and there's stores across the street. So hopefully they'll allow us to put it in their windows. And I'm trying to get in contact with a couple magazines, and I'm not getting a reply. So like the Metro magazine, I called them, they didn't call back.
That's weird.
I know. I looked in the Metro, and there's a phone number. That's the only contact.
Can you send something in to them?
But there's a phone number. That's it. There's no emails. There's no website. So
Mailing address?
no. I didn't think of that.
Yeah, just
Good
send
idea.
them
Yeah.
mail address.
Yeah, I'll look harder. I was also going to look online for Metro, see if
You
there's
have
a
a
presence.
PS public service announcement you've written up?
Not yet, but I wanted to ask them, it's like how much they would charge for that. Because everybody seems to have ads that are in there, and so I'm sure they're going to be charged for that. So I was asking them about whether a nonprofit would get a discount. But, so I'll keep checking with them. There's also the Penny Saver, so I'll try them out. And somebody recommended that I go to some TV stations because they have a community board. Says, hey, yeah, I'll do that too.
How about Craigslist?
I'm sorry, what?
Craigslist?
Craigslist.
Oh, that's a good
So
idea.
I didn't think of that, yeah.
Or next
Craigslist.
door.
Yeah, next door. Yeah, I'm on next door, so I'll do it at next door too. Yeah, next door has so much bad stuff in it. There's a crime going all the time. I had no idea about it until I joined next door. So when I do it, I'm going to start with let's have some good news for a change, and then introduce our fair.
No.
Yeah.
And how much are you be charging for readings if it's going to be psychic?
I'm going to leave that to each church because each church will be representing themselves. But I'm expecting it's probably going to be around $25, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure what people are going to do. Yeah.
Have you seen the Metro?
Yeah. Yeah, I have a copy at home.
Calendar that they just put things in if you send them?
I didn't see the calendar. It's like
Because I thought
They have a lot of
they used
articles.
to just put stuff in that you
Yeah.
send in.
it's like I think there was an employment section in there.
But you can send an ad. I used to find
Yeah, there was ads too. It was like, so we probably have to do an ad rather than a listing. But again, I have to get a hold of them in order to find out.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see. But Craigslist, that's a good idea. I tended to stay away from them because there's so many bad things associated with it. But
But you know, when I had to recruit people for that Stanford study, I used it for 10 years. I got hundreds, thousands of replies to get enough for my research study.
Okay.
Over the
yeah, And this is such a public event that I wouldn't think it'd be a problem. It's not like trying to sell something. Hey, come over to my house and get robbed. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. Gloria was nice enough to get. Was it one of your relatives that made these? Nephew? That was right. The nephew. He made a bunch of cool stickers, and so I think we're going to be charging $1 a sticker. It's like that. I think that's a pretty good price. It's like, these are really nice. I'm going to put one on my car. So we have some in the back. There's actually 2 different types of stickers. So I would ask for $1 if you're going to get one. So I like them. They're very nice looking. So thank you. Thank you for that. And one more little announcement. This is just a little bit of trivia, which I didn't know about. In 1582, Pope Gregory VIII introduced the Gregorian calendar, moving the start of the new year to January from April. So April was actually the new year back in those days. For those people that kept celebrating the old new year in April, they were called April's Fools. And that's where we get April's Fools from. I was surprised. I hadn't heard that before. And because it is St. Patrick's Day, I thought I'd make a joke, tell you a joke. There was a man in Ireland who was walking down a dirt road when he spotted a bottle half buried in the dirt. And he worked it loose and got it out, and there was something moving inside the bottle. And so he opened the cork, and this leprechaun came out. This leprechaun, oh, thank you, oh Lord, because I've been in that bottle for such a long time. He goes, I'm going to grant you 3 wishes for letting me out. And the guy thought about him and was like, okay. You know, it's such a hot and thirsty day, because I would like a nice, cool mug of ale. And it's like, your wish is granted. And a mug of ale appeared in his hand. He's like, wow, this is really good. And he took a sip. Oh, this is really good. And he says, now what are your next 2 wishes? It's like, well, hold on a minute. It's like, I want to enjoy this ale. I want to finish it up. And the leprechaun's, that's a special ale. It's like, you'll never run out. It'll always refill. And he says, you're kidding. It's like, try it. So he drank it all up, held it up, and it filled right back up again. It keeps refilling, yes. And he drank some more. And it filled up again. And it's like, this refills all the time. That's right. He goes, and it never runs out. That's right. And I have 2 more wishes. That's right. Well, I have 2 more of these.
Oh, God.
I thought that was pretty cute. And now I'd like to move on to billet readings. So I will go get in the basket. So it looks like we have 5. When I first walked up there, I looked at the other basket and I saw all those papers and then, it couldn't be that many. Okay. I'm going to take this very first one that's been staring at me. It's an asterisk, a big asterisk. And as I close my eyes, I can see an artist's rendition of the sky with a bunch of asterisks. This blue sky with a bunch of asterisks painted on it. A whole bunch of them, like a whole canopy full of them. And then there's some stars mixed in with them that are dots, and they're twinkling. It's infinity. It keeps on growing outwards. You look up at the sky and you just see forever. And I can see baskets at the base of this big canopy. It's collecting stars. It's like stars are falling out of the sky and collecting in this basket, in this nice wicker basket, almost like this. And I see this woman frolicking along with this basket, almost like she's harvesting these stars out of the sky as she's going along. almost like a fairy kind of person, just going along, la, 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 just tripping along, harvesting these stars in her basket. It's a happy time. Yeah, very, like, not a care in the world. Just a very happy person. And anything else? So she's just harvesting these stars, and when her basket's full, she empties it onto a table. And then she goes out, she gets more stars. So she's collecting all the stars, like it's harvest time for stars. Okay, that's the message I'm getting. I think the message that I got is a reminder to you that you do have the power. You have the power to be happy. And I see tools to help you do this. It's like at a hardware store, wrenches and things like that. These are tools, representative tools to help you get into your happiness. Now, how do you do that? What are these tools? Well, the first one is meditation. So doing meditation. You can do this privately. If you can't do it on your own, you can get tapes that will guide you in meditations. It's like there's plenty online on the internet. You can search for it. So that's a tool. Envision a white light enveloping you to protect you. And keep doing this. Keep doing this. It's like you do it the first time, it didn't work, I still feel sad. Keep doing it, and gradually this will work in your favor. And that's the message. Okay. So you have to do it. You have to do this. You have to take the initiative to do it rather than waiting for something to come to you. So it'll take some work. The next one is a smiley face. I see a cloth, like a rag, being used to clean things, like a dust rag, and it happens to be green, by the way. Like dusting, but this rag, just taking the dust. Oh, now I see the spray, the pledge spray, cleaning and dusting, get everything nice and clean. Clean your car with the same rag, making the car nice and shiny. So these are tasks for cleanliness. Putting your house in order and just cleaning things. Mowing the lawn. Now I see a lawn, somebody mowing the lawn. Pulling weeds, watering the garden, all these little tasks that we do. Okay? I think what I got is part of the message here, because in doing those tasks, you feel better. You're accomplishing something. Taking care of plants, that's a way of opening your heart, actually. You may not think so, but it is. I was like, because you're caring for nature. I was like, that would be the start. And you may be out in the front yard, taking care of the lawn, and somebody walks by, just say hi. That's all you need to say. Maybe they just say hi and keep walking. It's a start. It's a start. If you're washing the car, somebody may come by. This is one of the things that I do when I go for a walk every day, and I'm always passing people, and I say hi. There's some people that they walk by doing this, so I don't talk to them, but the others, hi, how are you doing? I say that every day to people, and that's a start. That's a start to. If you think you have a cold heart, that will start thawing it, and just keep practicing that. Just keep practicing doing that. And you may not think it's enough, but it is. It actually is for yourself. And that is the message. Okay, this one's facing me. I guess it's supposed to be a bunny rabbit. Oh no, it's a dog. I was looking at it, it's like, oh, it looks like a rat. It's like, oh, it's probably supposed to be a bunny, and then dog pointing next to it. Okay, so this is a dog. want to rinse myself of something, of like I'm shaking my hands and doing this to like get the water off my hands. Rinsing my hands, drying my hands. I want to dry my hands. I want to wash my hands of something. There it is. I want to wash my hands of something. Get it off of me, whatever this is. And getting a towel and drying my hands. So you're washing your hands. This could be a situation that you want to wash your hands of. Now I'm curious to see what the message is, what the question is. I think you're doubting yourself. You think that what you're doing isn't right. Because I'm not getting any instructions. It's like, what you're doing is what you're doing. There's nothing else that needs to be done. Love your dogs. You're loving and you're caring for your dogs. What more can we ask? If that dog belonged to another family, it might not get as much caring as you give it. So you're doing your part. You're doing it. Give it time. Give it time. But you're doing it. You don't need to second guess yourself. You're doing it. And that's the message. Okay, these two are upside down. I'll do the little one first. Oh, we have a smiley face and a heart, but it's got green on it. Must have something to do with St. Patrick's Day. As I brought my hand down, I could see like a pad of paper and a pen, and somebody's writing something on this paper, like a to-do list. A to-do list, and as they do these items, they're checking them off. So I see this in ink, with it. I did this, I have to do this, and this, and this. Check this off, check this off, check this off. Things are in order. Doing things in order. So another chore list. I have been told this several times before by other people. If you are asking whether you are on the right path, you are on the right path. So you answered your own question by asking it. You are on the right path. Sometimes there's things that we do that we feel ashamed of. This is also part of learning. And it may not seem like it's on the right path, but there was a reason for doing that. So you are on the right path. In fact, I can see you going on a boat, going over a waterfall, and that waterfall is just pulling you down, and then you get to the bottom, and then you keep continuing. And it's like this path is pulling you in the right direction. It's pulling you. So like you don't really even have a choice. But I also see flowers popping up on either shore as you're in this canoe or this boat. And as you're going along, there's flowers on either side. So you're getting praise for being on this right path. So you're there. You're there. That's the message. One more. Oh, I almost opened it. Forever with the number 4. I can see in my mind's eye a Native American symbol, the wavy patterns. There's like, I think if there's a couple of them, that means water. It could be a body of water, it could be a river, a lake. But I'm seeing that in front of me, and then there's a straight line built under that. So 2 wavy lines and a straight line. Symbols. Okay, what does this really mean? We have a steady foundation and there's water on top of it that's flexible, it's moving around. I think this is aimed towards you. Things may be in flux with you, but the base is stable, the base is steady. It's like you're on a good foundation, even though things may be a little wonky around you, but you're doing good. You're doing good. So you're based on a good foundation, so stick with that. Okay, I see a person sitting in a meditation with their legs crossed. I want to go the Egyptian route, but when I think Egyptian, I think of all that headgear, but I'm not seeing that. This is a darker skinned person. Oh, okay. He's wearing something like shorts. It's like something short, or like a skirt, but it's a short skirt, but he's sitting cross-legged. He's just sitting there in his position, meditating. So I'm going to have to say yes. Yes, this person is with you. So he's meditating with you. So the answer is yes. Okay. And that's it, there's no more. Well, that was pretty good. So thank you for sticking around for that. This will be the end of the church service. Okay. I would like to close with the benediction. Though this service now ends, we carry our spiritual truth with us every day. As we go about our daily lives, we're reminded that our spirit guides attend to us. We're reminded that each lesson we learn is for our spiritual growth. We are part of the divine heritage of the infinite, and our mission is clear. Be true to ourselves. Share our truth in kindness with others. And that is all that we need to do. Bless you all. Amen. Thank you. Thank you for coming to the service today. I believe we still have some hot water back there. It's hard to see from here.
No, I don't see any hot water.
No? It all got drunk?
Yeah.
Wow.
Faucet